What is the difference between Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journals? Welcome back. You're just in time for something awesome today. We learn about what is the difference between Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journals? And before dive in, if you need good help into more understanding about it, a genius writer, a brainy tutor, or a data analyst, Intudo4U has them all. It's like having a research dream team on demand. So visit it right now. And if you are new here, then subscribe now for more amazing video just like that.
Intro music. If you're a researcher, you've heard this question a million times. What is the journal's impact factor? It comes up everywhere, in meetings, from your department head, during reviews. It sounds like such a simple question, right? But the answer can be a pretty big deal.
Because, let's be honest, in the world of academia, not all publications are created equal. The journal you publish in can make or break your funding, shape your reputation, and yeah, it can absolutely affect your chances at getting tenure. So today, we're going to crack this code. We'll break down what all these numbers really mean, and more importantly, how you can make them work for you.
All right, first things first. Before we can even get into all the metrics and rankings, we've got to start with the absolute foundation of scholarly publishing.
And that foundation really boils down to one key idea: indexation. An index journal is simply one that's been vetted and included in a major academic database. Okay, so a journal gets indexed. Great, but how does it stack up against all the others? This is where the metrics come in. And I know this is where it can start to feel a little bit like alphabet soup, but don't worry, we're about to make it all make sense. Knowing that distinction is absolutely critical when you're sizing up a journal. Now, to make all these different metrics easier to digest, both systems use a really simple ranking method called quartiles. They just take all the journals in a specific field, rank them by their score, and then divide the list into 4 equal chunks. The top 25%, those are your Q1 journals, the A-listers. The bottom 25% are Q4. It's a really simple and powerful shorthand for figuring out where a journal stands.
If you find any stressed about its understanding, just explore Intudo4U for personalized guidance and support on your journey. Our expert guides are here to help you every step of the way. Just visit and start your path to success.
Why should you care so much about these Q numbers? Well, here's the kicker. Universities are literally writing these metrics into their official rules for tenure and promotion. That old phrase, publish or perish, it's getting a very modern, very data-driven upgrade. And this isn't just a theory. Check this out. These are the actual guidelines from Sam Houston State University. They flat out state that faculty need to rack up a minimum of 5 publishable units in 5 years. Pay close attention to that phrasing. It's not just publish 5 papers. It's about hitting a very specific, quantifiable target. Which, of course, brings us to the million-dollar question. What in the world is a publishable unit? If your entire career depends on collecting enough of these things, you better know exactly how the math works. What makes one publication more valuable than another? And boom, here's the answer. It's a formula. Each paper you publish gets a quality factor based on its journal's quartile. You publish in a top-tier Q1 journal, that's worth 2.0 units. That exact same research in a Q4 journal, it's only worth 0.75. Just do that math. One Q1 paper is worth nearly 3 Q4 papers. This changes everything. It means you have to be strategic. So, what does this mean for you, day to day? It means you need a game plan. You can't just finish your research, throw it out there, and hope for the best. You've got to approach publishing like a tactician. So here's a simple 4-step strategy. 1. Define your goal. Are you shooting for the moon with a high-impact Q1 publication, or do you need a faster publication to meet a deadline? 2. Match your scope. Is your work a niche topic, perfect for a specialized journal, or is it broad enough for a top general one? 3. Always verify the metrics yourself. Go to Scopus or Web of Science and check. And 4. Be realistic. High quartile journals mean tougher, longer review processes. Plan for it. This really brings up that classic strategic choice, aiming for Q1 versus Q2. Think of Q1 as the high-risk, high-reward play. It's the biggest prize, but it's also the toughest fight. Q2 journals, on the other hand, are still incredibly valuable and high impact, but they often have a faster, more flexible review process. Honestly, for a lot of researchers, a smart publication in a Q2 journal can be a huge strategic win. But as you're navigating all of this, there is one giant pitfall you absolutely have to avoid, and that is the world of predatory publishers. These are basically scammers. They create fake journals that look legitimate, and they take advantage of the pressure we all feel to publish. They'll promise you a quick, peer-reviewed publication for a fee, but it's all a lie. They take your money, and they can poison the well for your research, making it almost impossible to publish it anywhere legitimate later. You've put way too much work in to let that happen. So, how do you spot them? There are some classic red flags. You know those super aggressive emails filled with cheesy, flattering language? That's a big one. Or if a journal boasts about its impact factor, but you can't find it on JCR, huge red flag. Watch out for websites that look like cheap knockoffs of famous journals, or ones that are super shady about their fees. And honestly, even just bad grammar is a major giveaway. Your best defense is to run through a quick mental checklist before you even think about submitting. Call it Think, Check, Submit. Can you easily find contact info? Is their peer review process spelled out clearly? Are the fees explained right up front? And most importantly, can you find them in a database you actually trust, like Scopus, Web of Science, or the DOAJ? If you're getting no to these questions, it's time to walk away.
Thanks for watching.